Yeah, how's it going, guys? It's Richie the Corn Caller here, and I hope you guys are doing well. I didn't make a YouTube video yesterday because currently I am sick, and whenever I get sick, the first thing that goes out is my throat. So, yes, that's why I didn't make a video yesterday. But there has been a lot of news, and for starters, let's talk about console, because console finally has its release date. We talked about this yesterday. It's going to come out Thursday, October 9th. 2025 on PlayStation and Xbox. Now, the Nintendo Switch release, however, will be revealed at a later date. And also for the Nintendo Switch, if you did want to buy or basically play Wizard101 on the Switch, you have to buy the 1999 bundle. It basically comes with Arc 1 and everything. So make sure to be on the lookout for that whenever it does release. They also did mention how that Arc 1 bundle is going to come out on the other consoles as well. And it's actually not a pretty bad deal. You know, you get all the way to Arc 1, which is basically all the way up to Dragonspire. So it's actually a pretty cool deal. I would actually like to see them if they would put that on PC accounts as well, or make that a purchase that you could do on the website. But anyway, console is finally getting a release date. Hopefully you guys have fun with that. Over here, you can save 30% when you purchase a bundle. This is basically a 1-year membership plus 13,750 crowns. So make sure to check that out. And over here, we got another plushie. This is going to be the Console Piggle plushie, which is going to be coming out in about 3 days or 4 days. Every person who purchases the limited time plushie will also receive a code for an exclusive free in-game Console Piggy plushie housing item in Wizard101 and Empire 101. So pretty cool stuff. And then over here we have a new pack. So this new pack is available in the Crown Shop right now, part of the little Halloween festivities, and it looks gnarly. Look at that gear. That looks really cool. Make sure you guys check that out in the Crown Shop. And over here we got the new Darkmoor bundles that we were talking about. You can buy these until the launch of Darkmoor 2025. So make sure to check that out as well. And then over here, just a reminder about the Halloween collection. 30 days basically to shop from all the, holiday festivities or the spooky festivities. Make sure to check that out. And then over here, a reminder about the spectacular Halloween celebration is going to last all the way through November 2nd. So make sure to check all of this stuff out in the Crown Shop and on the online shop. They actually have a lot of bundles that you can get as well. So make sure to get that and the Halloween quest as well. There's a ton of stuff to do, so check it out. And then over here, we got a Crowns Reward event, which is going to last all the way through October 8th. Basically, the more you spend, the more rewards you get. And of course, it comes with the additional character slot elixir. So again, make sure to check that out. Over here, a reminder that you can still get some Fall Scroll of Fortune items in the Crown Shop, so make sure to also check that out. And then, that's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, this is just talking about the Fall Scroll of Fortune, which is going to last all the way through November 30th. So make sure to check that out as well and get those event points. And then we also got the Spiral Scene event, which is also available through October 6th. So make sure to check that out. And then no news on Ravenwood Academy. We just know that it's coming out in 2026. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now let's talk about some teasers and some new spells. Again, they are reworking like everything. It's actually insane. So let's go on with the new teaser that they posted yesterday, but I was like literally dying. I couldn't do anything. The were creatures of this house of coins are unique amongst the great houses in that they can move during the day, while others turn to dust or stone in the sun. Wares turn human, or at least they look human. Their feral instincts very much remain. If they were more organized or ambitious, the House of Coins could easily dominate their rivals. But alas, they remain pack animals and scavengers, at heart content to stalk the night for prey and the day for loot. So that is basically the third And I would believe probably one of the final mob types that we would see in Darkmoor 2025, unless they got more mob types. And this is basically talking about the House of Coins. So far we got vampire, we got gargoyles, and we got werewolves. Pretty cool stuff. I am really excited for this update. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta talk about spells. Now, it's gonna be up to your own opinion if you guys like these spells. These were teased by Cam, and Abyssal T made some really cool graphic compiled art for it. So yeah, introducing your new lore spells. Now, we're not gonna go over all of them because my throat hurts. But you can look at it for yourself if you wanted to pause the video. Let me get my big fat head out of the way because I know that's in the way. But yeah, these are the new lore spells. What I didn't know, I honestly didn't know that the lore spells were going to be reworked. But so far from what I'm seeing, it's awesome. For starters, let's talk about Pigsy because obviously I'm a life wizard and I love healing people. Check out Pigsy. So this is a target spell now. So you have to select the targets, and the base of it for a single target is 2 heal overtimes, each worth 1,220 healing. That is absolutely insane, and that's just for if you select one person. Now, if you selected multiple people, it would obviously divide the heal up as just like any other divide type of damage spell or whatever. This is nuts. Alright, I know a lot of people might see this as a nerf, but personally for me, and especially if you have a maximum outgoing, then you could really pull off some wacky numbers. I love it. I personally love it. And then they also have some other stuff as well. So, again, you guys can look at that yourselves. Sadly, nothing happened with Grendel's amends. There wasn't any teasers, or at least from what I've seen, there hasn't been anything talked about Grendel amends. I know a lot of people were kind of asking for that spell to kind of get reworked a little bit, or at least looked into. But that is the one spell that hasn't really been touched, so maybe they're just having difficulties trying to figure out what exactly they want to do with that spell. But otherwise, it's pretty cool. I mean, you got Wreck and Etten over here, which removes 5 shield, which is pretty insane. And then you also got Ratatska Spin, which is also going to give a bomb now, which is also pretty nuts. And they also mentioned something about bombs. Now, it's not going to come in this update, but it was mentioned by Court. So, mentioned was a change to the bomb mechanic, and according to design intern Court, we love Court, the change for bombs is to make it so that if you clear/gambit them early, blah, 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 they won't just do 0 damage, right? So, like, if there's 3 rounds left on a bomb and you clear it, it'll do 3 rounds worth of damage, then disappear, which is awesome. That's really cool. And I feel like a lot of people have been wanting that for a while because bombs, I guess, aren't really that effective, especially if you gambit off of them. So it's nice to see that they're still going to detonate even if you do gambit off of them. Now, they also mentioned that the bomb changes are not slated for this update, but yeah, for a future update, that's definitely going to be pretty cool. And overall, this entire like Darkmoor update is pretty packed. I'm not gonna lie. The amount of spell changes that they are doing in spell reworks is absolutely insane. It's not gonna surprise me if one of these spells does become broken or if they glitch out or something like that, because they are changing a lot. But overall, I am personally pretty excited to just check all of these out, especially the life spells. The life spells look insane. Like, look at Goat Monk. You can now select like a bottom or top path, and the bottom path, or at least in that 3rd branch, that's going to give you a 990 heal overtime times 2. I mean, so these are insane. I personally think of them as buffs, but I know a lot of y'all are going to say that they're nerfs. But in my opinion, I think it's cool. I really do like the spell updates so far. So we'll see what happens when we test them out in the whatchamacallit. We'll see how we like look into them in test realm, and hopefully nothing breaks But yeah, I am super excited for that. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I wish I could keep y'all, but again, I am sick, as you guys can hear. So until then, I will see you guys later, and yeah, peace out.